Kelly from Planetary Coven, and I'm inviting you to learn Logic Pro X with me. Today, we're diving into creating a mystical sound design using Logic's Alchemy Synth, where you can really create a full sound palette using this one powerful instrument. So let's dive in. When we open up Logic, we're going to be seeing this initial software instrument, which is our classic electric piano. That's generally going to be the first thing that comes up whenever we're opening that software instrument, a new project, or creating a new software instrument track. That we're going to find over in the left on our library here. You might be familiar with that for picking your sounds. They have everything from a bass to arpeggiator and everything in between. One of the reasons that I love the Alchemy Synth so much is that we can really create a fully kaleidoscopic sound palette with just that one synth. We can use the four main components of our 8-bar loop, which are leads, pads, bass, and drums with just this one synth. So that's exactly what we're going to do today. Let's get our 8-bar loop going, and we are going to dive into creating our leads first with our Alchemy Synth. So let's figure out how to open Alchemy. As you can see, if we close this library on the left, we can pull up our file information here, which is the second button from the left on this top left menu. If we go down, we can see this green rectangle here is selected with electric piano, which tells us that that is the instrument that is connected with this track. If I were to click these dots in the middle, that would bring up the sort of detail makers of our classic electric piano. So if you wanted to change any of the effects or customize that sound, this is where you would go to do that. However, if we want to mix it up a bit, we can click our arrows here in that same green rectangle and select Alchemy. Take a moment on another session to go through and check out some of the other features of this menu that we found, including the drum machine designer. There's all kinds of really cool things in here, but today we're just going to be focusing on Alchemy. Really straightforward way to create a full sound palette. So when we open up Alchemy, check this out. We have everything from arpeggiated category sounds to woodwinds and everything in between. We can also break it down into subcategory, into genre, into timbre, or if you want to really keep your options open, keep it in all and just go through one by one on the right here. But let's get a little more focused and click leads. That's where we're going to start. Number one in our 4-part 8-bar loop builder. Now I'm going to try Airy Synth lead. Let me bring up Command K for my musical typing, and we're going to see how that sounds. Now let's say I didn't quite like that brassy. I could also customize it within these pad patches here. So if I did dark and swirly, let's hear what that sounds like. Now I'm not quite feeling that, so I'm going to mix it up a bit. Let's see what 80s analog bells sounds like. What do we think about that? That's a little too bright. Ooh, glass butterfly. That sounds interesting. I kind of like that. Let's try it. And as you can see, we've already had our instrument name changed here to glass butterfly. So I'm going to click R to record. Great, we have a bit of a delay there because we're recording via Zoom, so let me Command A and Q to quantize. So let's listen back to that. mistake here. Delete that. Extend that just a bit. And we'll keep going. I'm happy with that, so I'm going to copy, Command C, and then Command C, Command V. So we've just transformed those 4 bars into 8 bars. Let's keep going. So we have our first track down, which is our lead that we created with our Alchemy Synth. We're going to repeat that process for our first pad. So we're going to right-click for our new software instrument track. Like we said, that automatically comes up with classic electric piano, but I'm going to go to my file information, click my arrows, and select Alchemy. Now I can go right into the pads category and take it from there. Let's try the air choir sweep. I'll move this over so you can see the musical typing. I would like to do this down an octave, so I'm going to click Z on my musical typing. Just kidding, I do not like that. Let's go back up. Let's hear what warm sounds like. I like that better. So we're going to record that. And with that C, we're in C major. So to do that on a C major chord, on my musical typing, I'm going to click A, D, and G and just hold those down. Easy peasy. Here we go. Click R to record. We're going to stop there and clean this up a bit. I just dragged down to select, I held down on my mouse and dragged down to select all of the notes. You could also do Command A. I'm going to cue to quantize. Now I would like this to be the full 4 bars, so I'm just going to drag these to sustain the chords fully. Then go up here, Command C, Command V, Command A, Q. And let's listen from the top. Something looks a little off here. I think when we copied and pasted, it did not go quite where we wanted it to go. So let's extend that. That's why it's always good to listen back after you either copy and paste or quantize something, because you never quite know if it went to plan. And it's better to find that out on the front end than to be listening back to your final track being like, wait, why does that sound weird? And then you've already copied and pasted it so many times. And ask me how I know. Okay, let's try again with our new software instrument track. And this, oh, I don't like that color. I'm sorry, I don't like that. I'm just going to change the track color really quick. There we go. Okay, now we're going to go in, same deal with our Alchemy. Now, we've done our lead, we've done our pad, now it's time to add in the bass. Let's see, Arctic noise. Noise probably means distortion, which I'm not quite going for today. Let's see, dark glide lead. Pull you over for my musical typing. Nope, absolutely not. Let's try a pluck. I'm not mad at that. Let's try it from the top. messed up, but that's okay. Let's show how we can fix that. But first I want to solo and hear how that sounded after we quantize. Alright, I want this to be a little bit longer. This to be a little bit longer as well. Now I'm going to Shift F to select everything that's following that one note. I'm going to Command Copy and then paste that at 4. I'm going to take this, copy, and paste. Making sure all of this is quantized. Let's listen to it all together. Pull this down a bit. Great, so now we have the first 3 tracks down. Let's go into drums. Our tried and true going into our alchemy. Oh my gosh, that track color, it's just not gonna do. No. There we go. Okay, let's go into drums. The last in our 4-track setup. Now this is a really cool thing because we can literally just, like my approach to video games, click random things and hope for the best. So for this, I'm going to click Age of Steam Kit, and I have my musical typing here, and let's solo it so you can really hear the silliness that's about to happen. And we're going to record and just literally click random typing. You'll be able to see it on the musical typing. Take a look. Here we go. Okay, so again, nonsense sounds. Let's just Command all, quantize, and see what happens. It might sound ridiculous, it might sound really cool, but let's just see. All right, there was a lot of nonsense in there, but there were a couple of measures that I liked. So what I'm going to do is select 2 through 4, Command Copy, select all, and delete everything. Now I'm going to go back in and just paste those patterns back in. Let's shorten this. All right, let's see what we have here. You know what? I'm going to edit undo. I just want to do that with 3 and 4. There we go. Command copy. I'm going to delete that, and then I'm just going to paste it. Paste, paste, paste. Let's listen to that with everything. Hold on. Why does that not sound like it's... what this sounds like down the octave. Yes, I like that better. Something was sounding a little bit weird. All right, let's listen to that back. Okay, so we've already done our main four: a lead, a pad, bass, and drums. There are exponential ways that you can build this out. You can layer in different leads, change up your drums, add in some bass lines, pads, whatever you want. But let's really quick, I wanted to show a feature of Alchemy that can be really good for layering in for beat drops, transitions in between sections, things that you really want to just emphasize. I cannot with these track colors. I cannot. Okay. So sound effects and soundscapes are going to be really great for that. Ways that we can just add some color and interest to sort of signal to the listener that something different's about to happen. It's a little bit of mental listening preparation for a transition into a new section. So let's listen to, All of the Fun of the Fair. That's fairly terrifying. Let's go to Archipelago. Let's do droplets. That's a little bit more intense. Let's try Aural Cube. Underwater waves. No. Ooh, Banshee. Let's do that. Ooh, yes. I like this because we're already in C major. We're doing a lot of bright sounds already. Glass butterfly, air choir suite. A nice thing to do is to add in a sound effect, a soundscape, or even just a different lead or pad that's in a different feel from the rest of your tracks, from the rest of your composition. So for example, Banshee would be a really nice contrast because it's going to sound a lot darker in timbre and color than the rest of it. So let's take a listen here. We're going to solo it, which is great for isolating sounds, especially as we're brainstorming and recording. Let's try that. And like we know from before, there is a bit of a delay with Zoom. There we go. Control A. Now we're going to copy and paste it. And whoopsie, we want to make sure that those are right where we want them. Okay, let's listen to it all together. Great, I want to add in one more little sound color. Change up our track color. Because I'm missing something high and trebly. So let's go to Soundscapes ambient drift sounds promising. On my musical typing, I'm going to use X to change my octave. I would like to do it one more time. Let's try warm flutes. I like it. Let's record. I'm liking this. Okay, let's Command A, quantize. All right, let's listen to the whole thing together. We have created a full 8-bar loop using just that one Alchemy Synth. It's a really robust instrument that Logic has. I really encourage you to spend some time, play around with the different features that they have in there. Everything from guitars, arpeggiated, that's a great one to use if you're looking for drums or rhythmic sections. Woodwinds and strings are great for ambiance if you're looking for something different in a pad. And you can get really specific too. If it's a little overwhelming to see all of these presets in one, then, break it down a little bit. Look at something that's drone or chaotic or techno or glitchy. You can really customize this however you want. Also, within these instruments, remember, we have all of these different patches, and we just started this beginning. There's so many ways to make this one instrument a visual. There's so many ways to make this one instrument a visual. There's so many ways to make this one instrument a visual. There's so many ways to make this one instrument a visual. There's so many ways part of your kaleidoscopic soundscape. 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 Part of your kaleidoscopic sound. Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate you tuning in and supporting Planetary Coven, and I hope you learned something new about Logic Pro X. I'm going to invite you to create a full song with only using that Alchemy Synth. Well, I suppose you can add your voice as well if you so choose. But at the very least, see if you can build your instrumental tracks using just that tool. Happy creating, and I'll see you next week. Like, follow, and subscribe for more Logic Pro X tutorials. Like, follow, and subscribe for more Logic Pro X tutorials. Like, follow, and subscribe for more Logic Pro X tutorials. Like, follow, and subscribe for more Logic Pro X tutorials. Like, if you have a special skill that you would like me to cover, feel free to drop a comment. I would love to make sure that I'm customizing this to your creative experience. If you have a special skill that you would like me to cover, feel free to drop a comment. I would love to make sure that I'm customizing this to your creative experience. If you next week, and I'll see you soon. Check in next week, and I'll see you soon. Check in next week, and I'll see you soon. Check in next week, and I'll see you soon. Check in next week, and I'll see you soon. Check in next week, and I'll see you soon. Check in next week, and I'll see you soon. Check in next week, and I'll see you soon. Check in next week, and I'll see you soon. Check in next week, and I'll see you soon.